Hey guys, so today we are going to be talking about baby names. I love watching videos of baby names, boys and girls, just to see what people come up with. I think it's very interesting. It's an interesting topic. It's very interesting to see what people name their children. So we have a list of names that Rosie and I cannot agree on. So we probably will not be using any of these names in the future for our future children because we just can't agree on these names. So I thought I'd share it because maybe somebody else can use these names and I like them. All right, so the first name is Jet. I love Jet for a girl. It's cute for a boy, but I do love it for a girl. I think it's super unique. But it has become very popular over the last couple years. So Rosie was not on board with it. So that's out. The next name is Harper. Same thing. It's super cute. I love that name. Having a little girl named Harper I thought would be cute, but Rosie was not on board with that. The next name is Capri. Again, it's become super popular, and Rosie was like, no. Monroe, Brielle, Melrose. Those names are super, super cute. But again, Rosie was like, no, we really just couldn't agree on these names. I do like the name Snow. I really do. I think it's super authentic, super unique. I just love it because growing up in New York City, in Brooklyn, and going to school, public school or just any type of school, I just seen so many names of typical Jasmine, Ashley, Jennifer, although those names are cute, they're just so, at the time, they were so used. And so ever since then, I'm I just don't want my child's name to be super common to where there's 6 of them if we did send our kids to school. So that's where the unique and authentic names come from. So Snow is on the top of my list, but Rosie said no. She vetoed that. Callie, I love the name Callie. Again, it's become very popular over the last couple years, so we vetoed that. If you are from New York, I thought this name was really cool, and I don't really hear anybody with it. So Astoria is the name, and I was like, that is so cute, Astoria. But it hits too close to home because Rosie's from Queens, so we vetoed that. This is one name that this was Rosie's name that I vetoed because I just can't see myself having a girl name this name, which is Davina. It does nothing for me, so we vetoed that. Another name that we couldn't decide on, that we were just like, no, we both kind of vetoed it, was Linden. And if you're from Queens, there is a street Linden. But I thought that was cute. It was different. It's not very common, and I thought it would be cute, but she vetoed it. Another name that I liked that Rosie wasn't on board with was Madison. It has become super popular over the years. It is a common name. There is a ton of nicknames that you could do and different ways you could spell it and all of that. And yeah, also I don't like names that obviously that is, friends or family that has named their child or niece or nephew or anything like that. It just reminds me of that person, so I'm just like, no. If I've heard it or I've had friends or family members that use that name, not for me. The next one was Stormy. I love Stormy, but Rosie vetoed it because of a popular celebrity, and I'm just like, well, they're a celebrity, it is what it is, but she didn't like it. I also love the name Love. I think it's super authentic. It's super cute with a little girl, and it can actually be super cute as an adult as well. But Rosie vetoed it. She didn't like it. Another name which was really, really cute, I thought, but Rosie was like, no, it's not my jam, was Jenilyn. I love the name Jenilyn. I heard that name and I instantly fell in love with it. I don't know why, it caught my attention. Another name was Sky. I do have a cousin named Sky, so we couldn't use that name, so I took that off my list. Autumn is another name, which we know a couple people with their child named Autumn. It is a popular name, so we vetoed that as well. Another couple names that Rosie just didn't like that I had found was Berlin. I thought that was super different, super unique, but she wasn't on board. Sage was a top contender for a first name or a middle name, but we just end up not using that either. And Wiley was another name as well, and we just kind of like vetoed that as well. Having a partner, you obviously want both of your inputs and you want both of you guys to love the first and last name. With Grayson's name, we had his name for a long time, and then over the years it became super popular, so now there's a lot of Graysons that we're seeing around, which is, it's sucky, but it is what it is. So with Babygirl, we were like, you know, we were trying to figure out what would be best for a fit for our family and hopefully not super popular. I don't really care for names with the letter A. It doesn't hit home. There's a couple names like Audrey, Aubrey. I like those names. Those names are cute. But other than like those names, I really don't care for any A names. So, and it's so crazy when you're looking for names. There's a lot of people that I guess flock to the A names, and I'm like, I don't like A names. But we do have Babygirl's name. I'm currently 35 weeks pregnant, so we do have her name. We aren't going to share it, just in case, but we do have her name, and we have another name that just in case when she comes to this world we decide, but I'm pretty sure we are set. So baby S is going to be the first letter of her name, and we are super excited to share that when she arrives. But yeah guys, so that is pretty much my baby girl list. I do have a boy list, but since we're having a girl, I figured I'd just do all girl. It was really hard for us to pick out girl names after our first. I felt like I had that in the books, like I knew what my first pregnancy, if she was a girl, what her name was going to be. Rosie just needed to decide on a middle name, and yeah, so we had that in the books. So this time around with my second pregnancy, I'm like, this is going to be tricky, just because I really want something that fits her, fits us, and I don't want something super common. I don't really care for the like top 100 names. I want something that is unique, but still you can still, you know, obviously pronounce it and stuff like that. So it was super hard for both of us to get on board with the same name, but we did it. So I'm so excited to announce her name soon. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.